Let us first understand Python's built-in mathematical functions. So under this topic, we are going to learn these 5 functions. So we have already discussed in 11th standard, we have already discussed about different number systems. Can you recall? Decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, and then hexadecimal number system. I hope you all remember that. Okay, so decimal, so it is a number system which uses the numbers 0 to 9. There are 10 positions or 10 digits that you can use. In octal number system, you can use the numbers only 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in hexadecimal number system, you can use 0 to 9 and A to F. And in a binary number system, you can use only zeros and ones. Yes, okay. So the very first function is OCT, which means octal. That is, whatever the number that you are giving, that is decimal number. Whenever we say in a normal routine, whenever we say number, it is actually a decimal number. When you give a decimal number as an argument to this function, it will convert that number into a octal integer, that is octal number, right? Okay, so OCT, it is a function for that. So hex function, which will convert the number given into a hexadecimal number. Okay, so and then binary, it will convert the number, that is decimal number, into a binary number. In all the 3 functions, okay, please only you have to note down very important thing, that is returns octal string for given number. As I already told you, whenever you learn about any function, what you have to understand is how many parameters for that function, and then what is a return type from that particular function, that you need to note it very carefully. So here OCT is a function. What is the explanation given here? It is returns octal string for given number. Even though it will convert that is, when you pass the number as an argument to that function, what it will return is, it will convert the number into a octal equivalent, but the octal equivalent, it is not a number. You will get it as a string only, right? Okay, so for example, if you have the number what you can say 10. Okay, what is the octal equivalent? It is 1 4. Okay, whatever. Okay, so 1 4, it will be given you as a string only. 1 4, you will not get 14 as a octal number. Okay, that is what you need to understand when you use these function. OCT, hex, and then binary, these are all the functions which will help you to convert the number into a octal, hexadecimal, and then binary numbers. However, the return value, whatever you get, it is not a number, it is a string. The next function is int function. Okay, so already we are using it, right? Okay, so let us understand it more clearly. So the explanation given here is truncates the fractional part and returns only integer. Okay, so and then you also know that you can also pass a string. Okay, that is within the quotes, if you give only the numbers, that will also be converted into a integer. And then round function, this is also we have already discussed here and there, we have used it. So let us understand it more clearly. So let us read the explanation given, which reads as returns number rounded to n digits after the decimal point. Okay, so round is a function which will take 2 arguments, that is number and then n digits. So the n digit which is given in here, n digit, it is given in square bracket. Okay, whenever you see square bracket in the syntax, which means it is a optional argument, right? So n digits, so whatever the value that you give for n digits, that is the number of digits that will be displayed after the decimal point, right? Okay, so if you give whatever the number comma 4, so after the decimal point you will get 4 digits. So that is the meaning of it. Okay, so if you do not give, it will return the nearest integer. Okay, you will get the whole integer. That is the purpose of round function. Now let us understand this with the help of an example, with the help of lot of examples. Now look at the examples of those functions. The very first one is oct of 20. So number you are passing as an argument, and then the octal equivalent of number 20 is 24, and we have already studied that whenever you represent octal integer, so it should be preceded with 0O, right? Okay, it is 0O. Okay, it is, so it is given in single quotes, which means it is a string. It will take number as an argument and it will return the octal equivalent in a string form, right? And then hex of 20. So the hexadecimal equivalent of number 20 is 14, and hexadecimal numbers should be preceded with 0x, right? Okay, so this also we have already studied, and again you will get the answer as a string only. And then bin of 20. So the binary equivalent of 20 is 10100, and it is preceded with 0b. This we have not discussed, but this is what Python representation, right? Okay, so and then it will accept only number as an argument. I have given this example to make you understand that it will not accept any other data type except number, that is whole integers, right? Okay, so here 20 I have given, but I have given it within quotes. So when you give it in a quotes, it will become a string. So here it will not give you answer, instead it will give you the error message, that is the string object cannot be interpreted as a integer. Okay, so the next one is int function, right? Okay, so what is the definition that we read? It truncates the decimal portion, okay, whatever may be the decimal portion. Okay, so here I have given int of 45.37. so after the decimal point, what are all the numbers? So that is completely truncated, right? Okay, so 45.37, only the integer part. What is the integer part of it? 45. So that is the answer you will get it. Okay, so I have given this example to understand that 45.99, to make you understand that it will not round. Okay, so normally when you do the rounding, it will if it is greater than 5, it will be added to the previous integer, right? Okay, so however in integer it will just truncates the decimal portion completely. It will give you only the whole number part, right? Okay, so I want you people to understand that. Okay, so int of 45.99, again it is only 45, not 46. Okay, so this is one of the main difference between int and then round function. Okay, so look at the next one, int of 0.99, it is not 1, it is actually 0, only the integer portion you will get it at the get it as the answer. And then int of 4567, as we already know that, so when you give only the numbers in a string, so it will give you, it will accept that. Okay, again you cannot use a decimal point in the codes. Okay, so when you read it as a, when your int function accept that as a string, it will accept only the whole number, it will not accept any decimal notation. Okay, so if you plan to give any decimal notation, then it should be a number only. So if you want that to be in a string format, in the string format it will accept only numbers without any decimal point. Okay, so I want you to be make clear with that. Okay, so that is why I have given this particular example. Now look at the round function. Okay, so here round of 45.3785 comma 2, what we read, so whatever the second argument that you give, that is the number of decimal points, number of digits to be displayed after the decimal point. So here I have given the value as 2, so it should give the value in 2 decimal points. Okay, so here this is a round function, so you have to definitely go for the normal rounding methodology that we do in maths. So what we do, so if you want to display only 2 digits, here it is 37. So what is there in the third digit? It is 8. So if it is more than 5, it should be added as 1 to the previous digit. Okay, so here the answer is 45.38. Okay, dear, I want you to understand that very clearly. This is a very important difference between your round and then integer. Integer simply truncates all the decimal portions. However, your round function, according to the digits given, it will be rounded, right? Okay, so if you give 45.3785 comma 3, right? Okay, so here it is 378. Okay, 3 decimal notation. So here 5, it will be added to the previous digit. So here it is 379, right? Okay, so again it is 45.3735. So here it is the result is only 3 decimal notations, 45.373, and then round off 45.3785. I didn't give any n digit value, so here in that case, so it will be rounded to the nearest integer. So rounded to the nearest integer again. So if it is more than 0.5, it will be added as 1. If it is less than that, it is the previous integer, that is the whatever the integer that is given. So here the value is 45. So 45.7375. So here it is more than 5. So the rounding value is 46. So again the same example, 45.55. So the answer is 46. 45.49. Here it is less than 5. So it will give you the result as 45 only. So round of 45.5, it is 46. Is that clear?